Well, when the weather gets cold, our skin and our hair can start to feel dry and cracked and parched. But beauty YouTuber Jodi Mannes is here with some winter beauty essentials that can help us maintain our glow all year round, like you always do.
Well, thank you. Well, you know, this time of year it takes a little bit more work, so we got to add a couple products. But the good thing is that with dry skin, you don't have to revamp your entire beauty routine or your hair routine. You just have to add in a couple of the new key ingredients.
Okay, that is actually really good to know because I'm always feeling like the pressure every year to add all these things, but I'm glad I don't have to. Okay, so what do we got to start with here?
Okay, the first one is a product for the person that's busy and on the go and needs a multi-purpose product. This is called Beekman 182 Wondermilk, and it is wonderful. It is a non-petroleum. It's cruelty-free. You can use it just, yep. Feel free to dig in there. And it is good for your lips. It's good for your ends of your hair. Ooh. It's good for your moisturizer. It's good for your fingernails. It's good for your heels, head to toe. In fact, when I talk about this product, I think about singing that song, you know, head and shoulders, knees and toes, and everything in between. That's what this is for. So busy people on the go, this is a must-have.
You know what's great about that too is I first put on my hands and I was like, oh, that's right, my hair, I gotta wash it anyway. It's not heavy.
No, it's not greasy. It just kind of liquefies.
Absorbs really, really well.
Yeah.
Which is nice because I know a lot of folks out there, my children included, hate the feel of lotion on their skin.
Yes.
So something that absorbs like perfectly like that is awesome. All right.
And this time of the year, lotion is kind of your third thing. You really want to grab for more emollients or more of a cream because they're a little bit thicker. So for during winter months, that's important. All right, the next one, if you already have your beauty routine, then using some of this Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil is really important after your moisturizer, before your first makeup. You just want to add a few drops. You can see how thin this is. It's not thick at all. And I just rub it all over my fingers, and then I put it all over my face.
Can you put it around your eyes? Because sometimes I make the mistake of putting oils around my eyes, and then I got big old puffy eyes the next day.
Well, it depends on if you have sensitivity. I would start a little lower, maybe in the bag area, and then work your way up before you know if you want to try that or not. But this is Kiehl's #1 selling oil.
I've used this before, but I've only gotten samples of it, and I noticed almost the immediate change. But this actually makes me want to ask you a question. How long do you have to use a product before you start noticing changes?
It's really going to depend. Something like this you'll see right away if you've exfoliated your skin first. And that's really important because otherwise you're putting oil on top of dead skin and it's not penetrating under to your healthy skin.
So exfoliate
first, yes. Okay, this next one, this is a brand you are going to love. First of all, because of the smell of this. This is called Symbiome. And they
smells amazing.
Isn't it great? They use fermented botanical oils in all of their products. And it is a great moisturizer if you tend to have more oily or more dry skin and you need to apply makeup and you don't want a thick, heavy moisturizer. This is phenomenal. They also have a serum that I absolutely love.
I've never heard of fermented botanical oils.
Yes, there's a lot of science. This is I tell them they are a science company that does cosmetics and skincare. I mean, they're a skincare company, but they really lead with science, which I love about this brand.
I really like this. This is something that's more of an investment.
It is.
And that's all right because we do need to invest in our skin. That is the one thing I will say when it comes to beauty products, do not cheap out. However, there are some things you can get a little bit more inexpensively, like these face masks.
Yes, so this is like to your point, it's an investment, but this is good for people that have dry skin year round. But if you just find that a couple times a year, especially during artificial heat where we've got firewood stoves and heaters, then a mask like this is really good. There's 2 ingredients you want to make sure you have. One is hyaluronic acid because that deposits moisture, and then you want niacinamide because that locks in the moisture. These sheet masks are one of my favorite because they are plant-based biodegradable sheet masks. And that's important because most sheet masks are a one-time use, and you can just imagine what happens to landfills with everybody peeling off face masks, especially in the winter.
Actually, I had not heard of this. I had not ever thought about how sheet masks can contribute to the overall refuse problem that we have in the world right now. So I'm glad to hear that folks are thinking about that. And anytime there is a brand that keeps sustainability in mind, I am all for it. I am jumping on board.
Yes.
Another product that I've used before, but I've never used these colors, is beautiful. Why am I spacing? Sugarlit.
Yeah, the Sugarlit by Fresh. These are some of my favorite because they offer 24-hour hydration, and it's just the nicest little tint of color. So you can see just a little bit, but you're not committed.
Okay, see, y'all, when you look at this like I did you not think that this was going to be super bright and dark? I totally did.
Yeah, go bold. Go for the red.
Let's see how the red looks.
See?
Oh, look how nice that is. Can y'all see that?
Just a kiss of color.
Looks really good too on my hand because I just put serum on it. So
yeah. That's what we want our face to look like after all this. Yeah.
Wow.
So they're perfect. But they add that 24-hour hydration, and you're not committed to a dark, dark color.
Did not realize you can keep that on. You don't even need to use lip liner with that.
Right. Okay, moving on to hair, because hair can get really dry. You've got to add an argan oil. You don't want to add it to this area because then you get that really, greasy look.
Yeah.
But this is new by Redken, and Redken leads the way when it comes to a lot of their hair products. It's a very light oil. So if you don't want an all-in-one product, you can see how just light that is.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And I just add it to the ends of my hair, really on the roots, and it just gives a nice healthy shine, especially if you're going to be out in really cold weather and then into really warm rooms.
Okay,
in and out of the
feels, and my hair just sucked that right up.
Didn't it? And it's going to look so shiny all day.
And now that I have all this hair, it goes through so much oil, but you can tell the difference when something is going to be sucked in right away or not.
Yeah, and I like to, it's nice and healthy looking. I like to add a lot of this if I'm going to be out skiing, snowmobiling, somewhere where you're going to be out in the cold. Then really put that into your hair so that your hair is not getting beat up by the outside elements.
Because when it gets dry, it breaks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Which is why you never want to go outside with wet hair in the cold, cold weather. Which, yes, don't do that. It's really bad for your hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I put this in. Tell me about this one.
Okay, this one I had you in mind because you loved the last scrub so much.
I love a scrub.
We love a scrub that goes on but rinses and then leaves behind a nice soft skin but doesn't feel greasy. I got you covered, and it smells like coffee. This is by Majestic Pure.
Oh, that smells good.
Isn't that? I mean, for those of us in Seattle, do we not? We love our coffee.
We love our coffee.
So if we can take it in the shower, it's all the better.
That is great.
It's phenomenal. And you have that nice smooth skin afterwards. But if you need even more, I swear by this CeraVe. Isn't that good?
Okay, so this CeraVe SA cream, and you have to make sure you get the SA.
Yes.
Because that's the salicylic acid, right? Is it salicylic acid?
Yes, salicylic acid.
Yes. As a matter of fact, not just Jodi recommending it, but my child's pediatrician.
Really?
Said if you, because you know all the kids, you get those bumps.
Yeah.
What is so great about this, by the way? What does it do?
What's so good about it is that, well, my dermatologist is how I first learned about it too, because I was starting to get, especially this time of the year, dry skin, and she said, don't go spend a fortune, just go get some CeraVe, because you can get it at most drugstores. You can get different sizes, and it just really helps not only add moisture, but it locks in the moisture. And the thing is, especially in winter, put on something like that right after the shower or the bath, so you lock it in. And then your skin feels nice for days. It's not even something that you have to apply every single day. It's phenomenal. It's my life's mission.
This is just for the body, like neck down, right?
Yes, they do have one that's a night cream for the face, if you want one just for the face.
Jodi, thank you so much. I mean, these are game-changing products, and they meet the spectrum of prices, so we really appreciate you taking the time to find all this and share it with us. We are so grateful. We're going to have all this on the website as well.